Percentages has always been the most important topic in the quantitative ability section of any of the examination. So friends, irrespective of the examination that you are taking, if the examination has quantitative aptitude, then I can say that percentages, the weightage of percentages has always been on a higher side. If not maximum, but yes, you can definitely find some direct or indirect usages in the questions of percentages. So you'll be finding plenty of questions which will have direct usage of percentages, and there will be some questions, the way the questions are being asked in CLAT examinations recently from the last few years, you will see passages that will involve the usage of percentages. Now, knowing the calculations, understanding the technique of percentages, and using approximation methods will definitely save plenty of your time if you have enough amount of practice for percentages. So friends, I am Gourav Gupta and I once again welcome all of you on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. And this session is meant for all the students who will be preparing and who will be appearing for law entrance examinations, especially CLAT 2024 and other law entrance examinations in which quantitative ability is a part. So friends, in this session, I'll be talking about the various ways in which you can save time while handling the questions of percentages. Like in the last few years, you have seen that there were 15 questions that are asked in this section, and these 15 questions are divided in three sets of 5 questions each. Now, each of these 5 questions that belongs to a particular set, they are interrelated with each other, and basically the format in which these questions are asked is very simple, is very straightforward. So it's just like a passage that you get in verbal ability. So it's a reading comprehension type of question, but obviously here the calculations will be involved, and this is mathematics. So you will be given a passage that will have some information, some numbers, some data that will be there, and you'll have to read it, interpret, decode, do some calculations, and preferably make a table out of this caselet. All right. Now, once you are done making this table, then it will be very simple for you to answer all the 5 questions that will follow this set of information. So, in these series of sessions that we are conducting for all of you on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep, herein we are solving some of the questions on the lines of the questions that we have seen in the previous year papers of CLAT, and we can expect similar type of questions in the upcoming CLAT examination in 2024. So friends, welcome all of you on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Jagsir Singh, good afternoon to all of you. So friends, without wasting any time, let us start solving these questions. All right. Now I want all of you to take out a small sheet of paper and a pen so that you can do relevant amount of rough work. Also, in case you believe that you have learned something new about the calculations regarding percentages in this session, then you can make a note of it. All right. Obviously, you cannot again and again come to this session, watch the recording of this session. So it will be better if you think that you have learned something new in any of the sessions, anywhere, in any book, then it will be always better to make some notes out of it. So starting from now onwards, it will be better for all of you to prepare a separate formula copy or a copy in which you can note down some important questions that have taught you something new. All right. So friends, let's start with the first passage for the day. So today I'm going to take on 2 passages that will have the applications about the calculation of percentages. There will be some things that I'll be telling you that will definitely save plenty of time during calculations for you at the time of examination. So please make a note of all these techniques. So let's begin with this. So the first passage on your screen now, give it a read. The 5 questions will be based on this passage. So I'll leave you with 2 minutes to analyze, to understand whatever information is given in this passage, and then I'll go for the analysis of this passage. So it says that an international school has 6 sections in 12th standard. The number of students in section 1 is 12.5 percentage of the total students in the class 12, while that of section 2 is 20% of that of the total students in class 12. So be careful about the base. So this 12.5 percentage is of the total number of students. So 12.5 of the total number of students, also 20% of the total number of students in class 12. All right. So be careful about the base when you are doing calculations for percentages. All right. Now reading further, the students in section 3 is two-thirds the number of students in section 2. So section 2 and section 3, there has been a relationship that is established in this. Further, the number of students in section 4 is 56.25 percentage. Now here, this is a bigger test to all of you. All right. So in this passage, you will have a lot of learnings as far as handling percentage calculations is considered. Next, the students in section 5 are 33.33 percentage that of section 6. The number of students in section 6 is 84, which is 35 percentage of the total number of students in class 12. So this is the entire piece of information. I'll leave you with a few more seconds, understand this information, and then we'll switch to the analysis of this set. All right. So a few more seconds to all of you. Let's see how many of you can make a proper table out of this. Now, this is a live session. Anybody who is even watching the recording of this session, once this session is over, whenever you will be watching this session for the first time, it will be appropriate, it will be suggestive for you. If you want to gain maximum most out of this session, then try to solve all these questions whenever you watch this session for the first time. Okay, so don't just attend this session like you're watching news. All right, so this is a quantitative aptitude session, this is mathematics. So if you are not solving these questions, then you are not making anything good to yourself. All right, so friends, let's start with the analysis of this set. Okay, now before I'll actually start solving this, let me get you familiar with some of the terms, some of the calculations, some of the percentage equivalents of fractions in percentages. Okay, now a few important things. So like you have seen this 12.5 percentage. Now 12.5 percentage, basically if I convert it in terms of fractions, then it will be 1 by 8 of any value. So 1/8 of any number is 12.5 percentage of that number. Now it will be very helpful for us if we'll convert these percentages into fractions, because once the values are in terms of fractions, not in terms of decimals, but in terms of fractions, then I am telling you that it will be easier for you to handle. Also, I will give you a technique using which you can eliminate some of the fractions from your calculations. Okay, so first of all, 12.5 percentage is 1/8 of any value, right? Next, 20 percentage. Now 20 percentage, this percentage is simple to handle. This is nothing but 1/5 of any value, right? Next, they will be doing 2/3. Fine, we'll handle this. 56.25 percentage. Please keep noting down all these things. 56.25 percentage will be 9 by 16 of any number. All right. And finally, one more, 33.33. All of you would know this. This is an easier one. 33.33 percentage will be 1/3 of any value. All right. Fine. Now let us analyze this thing, this entire set, and let's see a method using which we can save the efforts that we are making in case of calculations, right? Okay. Now the question says that section 1 has 12.5 percentage, that is 1 by 8. Section 2 has 20 percentage, that is 1 by 5. Now we always start such questions by assuming the total number of students as a variable. Okay, so I'll do the same thing. I'll assume total number of students as a certain variable. Now instead of assuming this variable as x assume करने की जगह मैं क्या कर सकता हूं, what I can do is at the beginning I can assume the total number of students a number such that it is completely divisible by 8 as well as 5. That will help you in eliminating the fractions from this question. Okay. So 1 by 8 and 1 by 5, I can see these two fractions. So I can assume the total number of students that is completely divisible by 8 and 5. So a number which is completely divisible by 8 and 5, 8 multiplied by 5 is 40. So right now I can assume the total number of students as 40x. All right. Now also you will observe that at the next stage, 2/3 of something is required. 2/3 of something. Okay. Now 2/3 of something, that means denominator I have 3. So if I'll instead of 40x use a number which is a multiple of 3 as well, as in 120x, then it will be more suitable for us. Okay. So for this particular question, I'll start by assuming the total number of students as 120x. Now, if we can spend a few seconds at the beginning of the question in assumption, in the right assumption of this particular term, then it will definitely save you a lot of efforts and a lot of time during the question. All right. Naga Varun, you are asking how did I get the fraction? So I'll quickly explain it to you. Good, I have you as a student in this lecture. So definitely I'll explain you. I'll spend a few minutes on that as well. Right? Okay. Chalo. So I hope you have understood. If you know these fractions, then it will be easier for you to assume this number 120x as the total number of students. Now Varun, I'll explain you how have I calculated or how have I converted these percentages into their fractional equivalents. All right. Just observe one thing, just think about one thing. If I'll ask you to find out 50% of a number, 50%. Now to convert percentage into fraction, up 50% hai, so 50% can easily be converted to half. I can say 50% of a number is nothing but half of that number, right? This is logical. But how can I convert it in mathematical terms? So percentage into fractions, 50% can be written as 50 divided by 100. Now 50 divided by 100 is equal to, upon simplification, 1 by 2. Similarly, 25%. 25% can be written as 25 divided by 100. Upon simplification, this will become 1 upon 4. Similarly, 12.5%. Now, Varun and other students, have a look at this. If 50% is 1 by 2, then from 50% to 25%, I have halved this value. So 25 is half of 50. So again, on the right hand side, 1 by 2 को 2 से divide कर दो, divide 1 by 2 and you will obtain 1 by 4. Similarly, 12.5 is further half of 25. So if you divide 1 by 4 by 2, that will give you 1 by 8. So 1 by 8 will be the fractional equivalent of 12.5. All right. So that is how I have obtained 1 by 8 as the fraction. I hope I am clear, Varun. Similarly, for 20%, 20% can be written as 20 upon 100 and that is equal to 1 upon 5. All right. So once you are studying the chapter of percentages, then you will understand, you will get to learn all these percentage equivalents of fractions while studying that chapter. All right. So this percentage equivalence of fractions is one of the most important things that you need to do in percentages in case you want to save plenty of time for yourself. All right. Okay, great. So now let's look at the analysis of this set. Let's get into this set. So the first and the foremost important part of this question was assuming the total number of students, which I have assumed as 120x. I've still assumed it as a variable. So variable to assume karna hi hai. You need to assume it as a variable. But if you will assume it as 120x instead of x, then a lot of things will become easy for you. Okay, so let's move ahead and do the analysis of this set. So I have a blank screen now on which the relevant information from the previous set is given, and I'll make a small table out of it. So there are 6 sections and 120x is the total number of students. All right. Okay. Now section 1. Section 1 has 12.5 percentage, which is 1/8. So 1 by 8 of 120x will be equal to 15x. No fraction involved. Let's move on to the second section. Second section has 20 percentage of the total. Now 20 percentage is 1 by 5 of 120x. That will be equal to 24x. Right? Again, no fraction involved. Next, the students in section 3. The students in section 3 is 2/3 of the number of students in section 2. So section 3 के students कितने हैं? 2/3 of the number of students in section 2. Section 2 has 24x. So 2 by 3 of 24 will be equal to 16x. Right? So again, up till now, there are no fractions involved. Okay. Kusum, you are asking how can we convert 56.25? So Kusum, just by practice, I'll quickly tell you. So if I'll go back to the previous sheet, we have done up till 12.5 percentage. Okay. Now 12.5 percentage is equal to 1 by 8. So half of this 6.25 percentage will be equal to 1 by 16. I hope you get it. Okay. So 56.25 percentage can be written as 50 percentage plus 6.25 percentage. All right. Now 50 percentage in terms of fractions will be half, and 6.25 percentage in terms of fractions can be picked up from here, which is 1 by 16. Now adding these two, you will get 9 upon 16. Okay. So Kusum, I have good amount of practice, and I am certain that if you will guys put in some labor, some hard work in these percentage calculations, then it's just a matter of 2 days and you will get to understand all these things. Okay. Now Varun, how did I take 120x as the total? I have taken a number which is divisible by 8, 5 and 3. 8, 5 and 3. So a number which is divisible by 8, 5 and 3 is 120. And that is how I assume 120x as the total number of students. Alright. Now this is up till section 3 that we have done. Now let's move on to section 4. The number of students in section 4 is 56.25 percentage of that of section 3. Now 56.25 percentage is 9 by 16 of section 3. Section 3, the number of students is 16x. So section 4 will have 9x as the total number of students. All right, fine. I hope all of you are getting it. Okay. Now the next part, the students in section 5 are 33.33 percentage that of section 6. But I don't know the number for section 6. So I'll leave this statement for the time being. I'll come back to this. The number of students in section 6 is 84. So actual number is given now, which is 35 percentage of the total number of students. So section 6 has 35 percentage. Now 35 percentage of 120x is 42x. Okay, so section 6 will have 42x. And section 5 has 1/3. 33.33 is equal to 1/3. So section 5 has 1/3 of section 6, which is 42x. Okay, so 1/3 of 42x, that will come out to be 14x. So in terms of x, I am able to determine the number of students everywhere. Also, one information I saw that it was given the number of students in section 6 is 84. So अगर 42x का value 84 है, if 42x is equal to 84, then can you all tell me what will be the value of x? Yes, I'm giving you a few seconds. If 42x is equal to 84, then the value of x will be equal to, all of you can write it in the chat box. So 84 divided by 42, that is equal to 2. So the value of x is equal to 2. Now once I have obtained the value of x, I can write the number of students in every section, as well as I can write the total number of students. So section 1 will have 15x, 15 into 2, that is 30 students. Section 2 will have 48. Section 3 will have 32. Section 4 will have 18. Section 5 will have 28. And section 6 already given 84 students. Alright. Kusum, I'll repeat 5 and 6. So section 6, it is given that 35% of students. So 35% of 120 x you need to calculate, and that will come out to be 42x. So 42x will be in section 6, which is given as 84, right? And section 5 has 33.33%, which is 1 by 3. I have already explained that. Okay, so 1/3 of section 6. So 1 by 3 of 42x, which will be equal to 14x. Okay, all right. So that's it about all these students. Varun yaar, please don't ask me to repeat again and again. So you can just go back and because I have explained everything properly, so you can just remind the session. You can just go back to the session and watch the explanation once again. All right. So this is the total number of students as well as the number of students in every section. All right. Now you can note down all these values for your reference for the upcoming questions. All of you quickly note down all these numbers for your reference in the questions that we are going to solve now. So question number 1, all of you find the total number of students in class 12th. So what was the total number of students? The total number of students is 120x. The value of x is 2. So you can substitute and get the total number of students. So 120x was the total number of students, that is 120 into 2, which should be equal to 240. So 240, that is option B, should be the correct answer for this question. All right, simple, done. Now let's move on to question number 2. I'll give you a few seconds to give me an answer for question number 2. The ratio of number of students in section 1 to that of section 4. Section 1 and section 4, you need to give me the ratio of the number of students. The ratio of the number of students. I want this answer from every one of you, at least Kusum and Varun, both of you please write your answers. So section 1, the number of students was 15x, and section 4, the number of students was 9x. No need to put the value of x because we have to find the ratio. So 15x divided by 9x, x will get cancelled and 3 will also get cancelled from these numbers. So the ratio will come out to be 5:3, and that should be the correct answer. So here once again option B is the correct answer. Let's move on to question number 3. The difference between the number of students in section 2 and section 6. So once again you can write both these numbers in terms of x. So section 2 had 24x and section 6 had 42x. Okay, so 24x and 42x is the respective number of students in terms of x in these two sections. Now you can take the difference first of all and then substitute the value of x, or vice versa. So I'll take the difference first of all. So the difference here is 18x. Putting the value of x as 2, the number will come out to be 36. So the correct answer has to be option C for question number 3. Okay. All right. I hope all of you are able to understand whatever we are doing here. Next question, question number 4. Now the questions has like a very low relevance if you have already calculated the actual numbers. Questions can be done in a matter of 10 seconds each. Next is, by what percentage section 3 is less than section 5? So section 3 and section 5, first of all let me write the number of students. So section 3 is 16x and section 5 is 14x, right? Also writing their numbers 32 and 28. So question is, by what percentage section 3, which is 32, is less or greater than section 5, which is 28? So obviously 32 is greater than 28. Okay. So by what percentage 32 is greater than 28? Now if I look at the difference between these two numbers, the difference here is 4. Right? Now we have to compare this difference. It is given in the question than 28. So in the denominator, I'll put 28. So 4 upon 28 multiplied by 100. That will come out to be 1 upon 7 into 100. Now guys, like the things that I have told you at the beginning, if you will spend some time in learning percentage equivalence of fractions, then such kind of things will be very easy for you. So 1 by 7 is a fraction. Its percentage equivalent is 14.28. So 14.28 percentage will be the answer. Otherwise, you need to divide 100 by 7. So 100 को 7 से divide करोगे, you will get the same value, that is 14.28. So option A is the correct answer for this one. All right. Let's move on to the last question of this set. And then after that, we'll move on to the second set of the day. So question number 5. If the total number of students in class 12 is 20% more than that in 11th standard. So basically they are saying that 11th standard, whatever the number of students is, in 12th standard, the number of students is 20% higher than this. Now we already know that there were 120x number of students in 12th standard. So I can say that the number of students in 11th standard should be 100x. Alright. So 100x when increased by 20%, you will get 120x. So 100x will be the number of students in 11th standard, and putting the value of x, the number of students in 11th standard will be equal to 200, and option A is the correct answer. Now, Varun, you're asking how to improve in this percentages. So, Varun, simple tarika hai. I have been telling it again and again. It is only through studying and practicing you can improve anything and everything. So, this is mathematics. You need to spend some time, right? Now, with my sessions that I'm taking, you will understand in which direction you will have to move. What all things you need to study while you are devoting some time on percentages. Okay, so basically understand, get the direction from me, and then study percentages for 2-3 days. You will know that which all things you need to understand, which all things are there on which you need to spend more amount of time. Okay, so these are the type of questions that we get in examinations, and you need to basically work on all these things. Practice karni padegi. This is the only way you can improve in percentages. Okay. All right. So that was question number 5, set number 1. Let's quickly move on to set number 2. So set number 2, for the next 5 questions, this is the set of information that is given. So read it. All of you, make sure you all are reading. So if you are in this session not reading, then please leave this session. Okay. So in this session, you want to gain, then you will have to solve everything with me. At least attempt, at least try to solve the way other students are doing. Varun as well as Kusum, both of you. I appreciate the efforts that you are making. So study the following information carefully and answer the question. 3 baskets PQR contain either white or black balls. So now using the first line, I'm clear in my mind how I'll be going to make the table. So 3 baskets P, Q and R, and then 2 columns white balls and black balls. Alright, so there will be a total of 6 cells, 3 baskets and 2 colors. Okay. Now the number of white balls in basket P is 50 more than that of black balls. And the number of black balls in basket P is 25% of the total number of black balls in all the 3 baskets. The number of white balls in basket Q is 360, which is 44% more than that in basket P. And the ratio of the number of black balls in basket Q and R is 7 is to 8. The average number of white balls in all the three baskets is 290. Vaishnavi, good afternoon. Welcome to this session. All right, so information is there in front of you. Let's see how many of you can decode this information. I'll give you 1 minute and then we'll start with the analysis of this set. Okay. So information is simple, right? Obviously, information हमेशा simple होती है. It's the calculations that are difficult. But my agenda in this session is to make these calculations easy for you. I am going to give you those techniques using which you can save plenty of time and efforts while doing these calculations. All right, so let's begin with the analysis of this set. So once again, I have the data and the lower part of this sheet is blank. So like I told you earlier, I'll make the table P, Q and R, and the color of the balls are white and black. So white and black. All right, ठीक है? So this is the blank table. All right. Now I'll start reading from here. The number of white balls in basket P, so they are talking about basket P, is 50 more than that of the black balls. So if I'll assume the number of black balls as X, so number of white balls should be 50 more than this number. So it should be X plus 50. Simple. Okay. I'm keeping it simple. So number of white balls in basket P is 50 more than that of the black balls. Done? The first statement up till this point. I have assumed the number of black balls as X. The number of black balls in basket P, so that means they are talking about this number X. So the number of black balls in basket P is 25% of the total number of black balls. So 25%, you already know that this is 1/4. So black balls in basket P is 1/4 of total balls. So the total number of balls will be 4 times the number of black balls in basket P, that is 4x. So I can write the total number of black balls as 4x. Done? Simple again. Up till this point, I'm done. Now the next statement. The number of white balls in basket Q, number of white balls in basket Q is 360. So this number is 360. Now this number is 44% more than that in basket P. So white balls की ही बात हो रही है. The number of white balls in basket Q is 360 and this value is 44% more than that in basket P. Okay. So basket P, that means this number. Okay, this number. So if let's say this number was y, अगर ये y होता, मैं x plus 50 नहीं ले रहा, अगर ये value y होती, so y plus 44% of y is equal to 360 is what they are saying. I'll repeat, 360 is 44% more than the number of white balls in basket P. Okay. So अगर मैं basket P का value y ले लेता हूं, it was x plus 50, but मैं अभी इसको y consider कर रहा हूं. So y plus 44% of y is equal to 360. So 44% means 44 upon 100 or 0.44. इसमें y को add करेंगे, so it will become 1.44 into y is equal to 360. So the value of y will be 360 divided by 1.44 or 360 divided by 144 and ऊपर 100 आ जाएगा. So मैंने decimals हटा दिया. Right? Now 36 multiplied by 4 is 144 and then this value will come out to be 25 into 10, that is 250. So easy calculations. So I can see that the value of y is 250. मतलब क्या है? The number of white balls in basket P is given as 250. So this number is 250. Okay? Alright. This number is 250. Varun, how did I get 4x? So basically 25% था ना 1/4. So this x is 1/4 of the total. So अगर ये 1/4 है तो total number of balls will be 4 times this value. Okay. So x plus 50 का value comes out to be 250. So the value of x will come out to be 200. Done? इतना clear है? Okay. Now let's move ahead. The ratio of the number of black balls in basket Q, black balls in basket Q, that means this, and R, that means this. So the ratio of these two numbers is 8:7. Okay. Now I already got the value of x. So अगर x 200 है तो 4x कितना हो जाएगा? It will be 800. So total number of black balls is 800, out of which 200 black balls are there in basket P. So remaining number of balls कितनी हो गई? Remaining number of black balls 800 minus 200, that is 600. Okay. So 600 is the number of black balls in basket Q and R, whose ratio is given as 7:8. 7:8. So if I'll divide 600 in the ratio 7:8, so it will be 7 upon 15 multiplied by 600, simple task of ratios, 8 upon 15 into 600. So these numbers will come out to be 280 and 320. Clear? Okay. Now I've got 5 cells already. I've got the values in the 5 cells. Only one of the values is remaining. Using last statement, the average number of white balls in all the 3 baskets is 290. So 3 baskets, if the average is 290, so the sum will be 290 multiplied by 3. Look at the bottom of the screen. 290 multiplied by 3 is 870. So 870 is the total number of white balls, right? P and Q, you already know these number of white balls, 250 and 360. So 250 and 360 इनका sum हो जाएगा 610. Now 610 subtracted from 870 will give you 260 as the number of white balls in basket R. All right. So now you have the number of white and black balls in all the 3 baskets in front of you. Okay. So now you can start solving the questions. Definitely you will take 2 to 3 minutes in making this table. But once the table is made, then it will be very fast to answer the questions. So question number 1, check karte hain. Based on this table, you can note down this table on your sheets as a reference for the questions that you're going to solve now. So question number 1, what is the difference between the number of white balls in basket Q? So number of white balls in basket Q was 360 and the number of black balls in basket P, number of black balls in basket P was 200. The difference between them is 160. All the values are in front of you. I've just taken a picture of this. Okay. So all the values are in front of you. 160, option D should be the correct answer for this one. Right? Okay. आगे चलते हैं. Question number 7. What is the total number of balls in basket R? Now basket R, number of white balls is 260 and the number of black balls is 320. Adding these two, 580 is the total number of balls in basket R. So correct answer should be option C. Next question, question number 8. The number of black balls in basket Q. So black balls in basket Q is 280. Is what percentage of this number 280 is what percentage of white balls in basket P? White balls in basket P is 250. Now you have to convert it in terms of percentage multiplied by 100. Okay, अब simplify करते हैं. So 25 and this cancel out. Okay, then 4. So 28 into 4 is the 112. So 112 percentage. Option B will be the correct answer. And yes, it is. Question number 9. The ratio between the number of white balls in basket Q. White balls in basket Q is 360. And iska ratio lena hai. I have to find the ratio of this number with the number of balls in basket P. Now, number of balls in basket P, that means total number of balls in basket P. So, total number of balls in basket P is 250 plus 200. So, ratio calculate karte hain. 360 divided by 450. And 0 will get cancelled and then 9 will get cancelled. So 4 upon 5 will be the ratio, which is option D. Right? Okay. Now next, the last question for this set. Find the total number of balls in all the 3 baskets. So total number of balls in the first basket, we calculated this number as 870. And in the second basket, this number was 800. No need to add all the 6 values. We already had these total number of balls, white balls and then black balls. So 870 and 800, that is 1670 will be the total number of balls in all the 3 baskets together. So that is the answer, option B. And yes, it is. All right. Okay. So friends, that is all from my side for the day. I hope you like this session. And definitely I'll keep on continuing, I'll keep on conducting such type of sessions on our YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. So it's a suggestion to all of you, if you have not subscribed this channel up till now, so please be a subscriber of this channel. Obviously this is free, you don't have to pay anything. So just press subscribe button and then press the bell icon as well, so that you will keep on receiving all the notifications of the upcoming sessions. All right. Now, some important piece of information for all of you. Now, you can get up to 90% scholarship on all the programs related to CLAT. And there is a scholarship test that is being conducted on 22nd of January at 11 a.m. So please do register for this scholarship test if you want to avail the 90% scholarship in any of the preparation programs for CLAT 2024. The registration link for this test is given in the description of this session on this YouTube. So below the session, there is description of the session and you'll find all the important links in that description. CLAT 2024 comprehensive program. All the important details about this program are given on the screen. Limited seats are there in the batches, so you can call at the number that is given on the screen to be a student at BYJU'S Exam Prep. All right. Yes, Varun. Yes, you should practice again for all these things. Now, Anika Sehgal, one of the students of our 1-year online classroom program, was All India rank 18 in IELTS 2023. Congratulations to her. You can also be one of the students like Anika. Can get you can follow us on these social media platforms. Subscribe our YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep Law CLAT. Follow BYJU'S Exam Prep Law on Instagram, Facebook page, like that. Join our Telegram channel and do download the app from the Google Play. So yes, we do also have an app, BYJU'S Exam Prep, and you can download the app, and on the app also you'll find some relevant free sessions that you can attend. That is all from my side, my dear friends. I hope you like this session. Thank you very much for being such a lovely crowd. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful journey towards the preparation of CLAT 2024. Bye-bye.